Bad news for all the Indians out there. Indian professionals in the United States are feeling anxious and uncertain about their future due to expected changes in the H-1B visa rule under President-elect Donald Trump's administration. The H-1B visa, which allows US companies to hire highly skilled foreign workers, has been a lifeline for many Indians working in the field like technology, data science, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. Back in 2023 alone, Indians received over 72% of the 3,80,000 H-1B visa issued with an average annual salary of $1,18,000. That's around 1 crore. However, stricter policies being discussed could make it much harder for Indian professionals to get or to keep their jobs in the United States. Some proposed changes includes increasing the minimum salary for the H-1B visa workers and rising cost of employers to sponsor the visa. Here, the goal of these reforms is to prioritize jobs for American workers, but they are causing major uncertainty for Indian immigrants. Take the example of Vaishnavi, a software engineer from Hyderabad. She was offered a job at a top US tech company in December 2024. Very excited about her new role, she resigned from her current job in India. But just 2 weeks later, the company revoked her offer, citing visa-related concern. She said, and I quote, "I feel cheated. Why offer a job if you are unsure about sponsoring a visa?" The other example, Samira, a cybersecurity consultant in Los Angeles, is now struggling. Her employer initially promised to speed up her visa process, but now they are delaying it, saying that they need clarity on the upcoming reforms. Here she said that the wait is unbearable. Third example is Sanya. Sanya, who moved to the United States from Nagpur back in 2022 for her master's degree, is now worried about her future. Her employer promised to register her for the H-1B visa lottery in March 2025, but hasn't started the process yet. She also wonders, will they file for my visa or just let it go if the rules change? But you know what interesting part here is? Even those with the secure visa aren't safe now. A software developer from Gujarat working in California is worried about his company's announced layoff. He said that if I lose my job, I only have 60 days to find another one with visa sponsorship, or he will have to leave the United States. Now, this situation is made worse by rising unemployment level in the US. For Indian professionals, the stakes are incredibly high. If they lose their job, they face not only financial instability, but also the risk of having to uproot their families and return back to India. A senior immigration lawyer in Georgia explained the broader issue here. Companies are scared to hire international workers because the rules keep on changing. They don't want to risk spending money on sponsorship that could deny later. Now, adding the concern is the growing backlash from the supporters of MAGA, Make America Great Again movement, who argue that H-1B visa take away jobs from Americans. Now, this negative sentiment is creating additional pressure on companies and Indian workers as well. Now, to put things into perspective, then it is the Indian students who are deeply affected. Over 2 lakh Indian students are currently studying in the United States, and many rely on H-1B visa after their graduation to start their career. However, with uncertainty around these visas, their future in the US is at risk. In the meantime, the Indian government and diaspora organizations are closely monitoring the situation. Some are urging the US administration to reconsider their reforms, highlighting how Indian workers contribute to the US economy and innovation. Indians on H-1B visa not only bring their skills but also create jobs. Let me give you an example. Indian entrepreneurs in the United States have founded over 10% of all the startups in Silicon Valley. While everybody waits to see how these changes are going to unfold, the uncertainty remains to impact Indian professionals, students, as well as their families in the United States. For now, all they can do is to hope for clear and fair policy that value their contribution.